Welcome to the set Sitaux versus Overtaken in Group C of TTL Gold League, and we have okay, I confused some recorded games. We have Spiral as the neutral map. We have seen that one quite often already. Same with Migration and Graveyards maps we have seen in many sets already. And the civs for Overtaken are Malians, Khmer, Dravidians, Mayans, and Franks, and Sitaux has the option to go for Chinese, Gujaras, Italians, Malay, or Mongols. For Migration, I think we will see Dravidians versus Italians. On Spiral, most likely Malians against maybe Mongols. I shouldn't look into Capture Age because I can see the matchups there already. And on Graveyards, maybe Chinese or Sitaux. Could also be Gujaras. And then Mayans or Franks, I think, for Overtaken. On Spiral, Overtaken could also play with Khmer. For Sitaux, Gujaras are an option. Malay could be played on Migration. But I think we start with Spiral and Malians versus Mongols. And I am not correct with that prediction. Lonesome Rider is happy that he is visible on YouTube as well. Let's jump into the Spiral game. And Capture Age just needed a moment to be shown here. We fast forward a little bit. And Sitaux doesn't even know the map. Maybe the reason why he went for Gujaras. I think Gujaras okay on the map. But you normally don't want to build your mill next to the berries here because they're so close to the TC. But at least he's going for the extra sheep here. Overtaken goes for the sheep here as well. Can't allow Sitaux to take them to his mill. Overtaken builds a dock already. We're just fast forwarding here through the Dark Age. Not too much happening. Oh, and Sitaux is pushing in deer from this area. The long-range deer push. While Overtaken does the same, but he has a shorter way. There's an opening for him here. And both players are up to the feudal age. Overtaken with 3 fishing ships versus the 2 of Sitaux. Therefore, Overtaken with 23 workers against the 22 of Sitaux. But same amount of villagers and basically the same uptime. And let's make the game a little bit slower now. Let's see what players are doing. Sitaux is walling between the woodlines with a stable. And also walls here. Wants to make sure that he can't be attacked that easily. We also see a stable from Overtaken. Stable opening on this map, very, very popular. Just makes a lot of sense, helps you to get map control. And it's quite a distance to get over there. Oh, and Sitaux traps the scout of his opponent. There will be a second scout soon. Wills are helping out. Scout of Overtaken won't be able to fight this. Now, second scout and some damage on the scout of Sitaux, but that's still better for him. Sitaux added a fire ship on the water to defend his fishing ships. I assume. Ooh. Scout of Overtaken sees where he can get through. But there are scouts around, but because they have fought the scout in the trap, they are already weak. And this one got a hit in from the spearman. Now the spearman of Overtaken is doing even more damage. Not the greatest engagement. Those scouts are all very weak. Camel helps them out now. But Fireship is out of place, and the scout of Overtaken here on the right side is doing some damage to the Wills. There should be enough Wills and the Fireship soon as well to kill the scout, but this Will is on the brink of death. Fireship is useful here, as well as the spearmen that are now arriving. They are chopping through the two scouts. Oh, and another good engagement for Overtaken here. I like his game so far. He is same worker count, 1 military more. Overtaken very slightly ahead in worker count. Because he has a fishing ship more. Still only that. KD a bit worse for Overtaken though. But that is okay for him in my opinion. He has the very, very slight eco advantage, and that can be very helpful. And I'm once again a little bit ghostly. Yeah, absolutely. Let me check that. Oh. Let's remove this. And this. Okay, should be better now. Now a lot of spearmen fighting here. Overtaken with less HP on his spearmen. I think Sitaux got some downhill hits. And scouts of Overtaken here, not with too many HP. More for Sitaux. But Overtaken is on the way up to the castle age. Sitaux will do the same soon, but it needs a moment. That could be just the difference between 2 and 3 fishing ships here. I think both players invested quite a lot into walls and quite a lot into scouts and spears. Sitaux also added the fire galley. Spearmen are scaring away the scouts of Overtaken, but there are a lot of spearmen from him around. And this wall isn't closed. Overtaken is walled completely. And Overtaken could just go in. Probably doesn't know that he could fight this. Sitaux with a little bit more HP, his the scouts of Overtaken would have to get a good engagement against the Wilds. Ooh, Sitaux is adding camels already. He's up on the way to the castle age as well. Not even a minute behind Overtaken. But same amount of workers for the players. Overtaken will start the villager production earlier than Sitaux. And he will start the production of camels earlier, I wanted to say, but Sitaux obviously can start already. He has 3 on the field, expecting the game to go towards cavalry play. Something we have seen a lot already. Oh, Overtaken wanted to queue a knight first, but decided against it and goes for camel now. Goes for second TC, and Sitaux, will we see a second TC as well? Yes, and I think a 30C comes immediately. Overtaken is building a 30C as well. And now the question is, can we get any fights in? The army of Sitaux looks better. Not only are his camels dealing extra bonus damage, they are also more. The pikemen of Overtaken could be good in this matchup. In general, good Jawas, unless they have a castle up already. Not happy with the opponent going for pikemen, as all the units they like to play are from the stable. for the castle. To counter pikes with the disc throwing thingies. The I forgot the name. You know what I mean, the unique unit of the Gojaras. Overtaken, in my opinion, should garrison Wilson the TC, in my opinion. Doesn't want to scare the camels away and rather get one for himself. But Monk isn't fast enough. Sitaux now getting a army lead, and it looks like Overtaken doesn't have husbandry yet, but Sitaux does have it. Therefore, Sitaux can decide when the camels should fight and when not. And in this case, I think he should decide to fight with them. Sitaux with the first relic coming in for him. Does he have one already? No. But he's getting more monks out in those matchups where we tend to see a lot of cavalry. Monks are always a good addition. Franks versus Lithuanians, also a matchup where we often see that, and a matchup we do see often as well. Then it's normally not the knight that is getting converted. Here it's the camel. I'm not sure if I would maybe like it if Gojaras or Sitaux would go for the pikeman upgrade here. And monks are starting with their conversions. Maybe one of the players could go for atonement now. I'm not sure about the tech trees. Malians have it. They have all the castle age techs in the monastery. Only castle age tech that Malians are lacking is Gambesons, if I remember that correctly. And so far both players are focusing on getting town centers on the map, getting relics in, and not too much focusing on the fights. Nice scout here, protecting the relic from potential monks of Overtaken. And Sitaux is getting more relics in. He has one. Will get this one and this one most likely. But now Overtaken is moving forward. And Sitaux could get that one as well. Then it would be 4 versus 1 maybe? Not even that. And here are all the camels. It's not that easy for a monk to get the relic there. And Sitaux snipes a monk here. Can he get it done? Yes, gets the light cav upgrade even, but after killing the monk it dies immediately. Now light cav for Sitaux gets one monk kill and then a conversion. And we get Sanctity for Overtaken as a reaction to the light cav upgrade. Great, makes his monk survive 1 hit more. And nice conversion here for Sitaux. Overtaken not with the best reaction against that. But obviously the camel dies really quick. And Sitaux tries again to convert something. Could switch now, and then he gets the conversion really quickly. And now the monk of Overtaken tries to get the camel back. Camel can't fight the monk now. That monk is without any faith. This one, not with too much. This one has some faith. Tries to convert this camel. And Sitaux not even fighting the camel here, but lures it towards his monks. Overtaken adds TC 4 and 5. Sitaux already with 4 TCs and both with 94 wills right now. And so many conversions coming in. Both players stealing camels from the other player every now and then. And not much else is happening. We are almost 30 minutes in and don't even have over 20 kills for any player. Total of roughly 30 at minute 30. But already what feels like 30 conversions as well. Oh, Lightcap's now getting some hits against one monk only. Then the camels clear that up. One conversion against the camels here, but Overtaken is moving forward with his camels and loses a monk here, but that doesn't hurt him too much. Losing the camel here could hurt, but this monk goes down as well, and then the pikemen can kill the camel. Camels down here are moving forward. Pikemen are a really good unit in those fights here. And Overtaken has the way better KD. Loses another camel to conversion. Loses a will here. Is 2 wills ahead at the moment though. But Sitaux is getting the castle up now. Ooh, Overtaken is on the way to the Imperial Age. And will get a castle up as well in only a few seconds. Has 11 on stone. 14 on stone. Could build a castle now. And then we could see traps. Sitaux with 2,000 wood in the back. Sells that now, but can't click up yet. Needs a little bit more food. Could buy some food now, and then we should be on the way up as well, but it's quite some time after Overtaken's imp timing. And if Overtaken builds this castle now fast enough, he could start the trap production way before his opponent. Another TC for Sitaux, but Overtaken scouts that, blocks that for the moment. Will lose the scout, but... Oh, and he didn't see the foundation because he blocked it. So if he didn't notice it before, because of the attack alert, he might not know about this at all, but he's sending some camels over. Castle is up soon, and in 15 seconds we are in the Imperial Age. Then Overtaken will most likely go for traps immediately. And he doesn't have the wood for it at the moment. Goes for chemistry though. And he does know about the castle, no? Yeah, he knows about it. Another castle comes up here. Camels are raiding under the TC here, but that's not the best trade for Overtaken, as camels are taking a lot of damage from town centers, especially if they are full. And the first chakram throws, that's the name, are on the field. Travis queued, and it still takes 30 seconds until we get the first trap here. And another castle for Overtaken right in the middle that will be attacked in 20 seconds by traps. And we're getting the Cavalier upgrade. Sitaux still has a lot of camels on the field, but if we're trading those off against pikemen and our own camels, and we keep the chakrams on the field, then the Cavaliers are very strong all of a sudden. The light cav here are scouting that a castle will come up, and it might not go up. 65% only. Chakram throws are really good at stopping wills from working here. Camels are around as well. We had only 80%. This is a doubt castle. Trap might go down as well. Repair wills are coming in, but not fast enough, I think, and they might die to the camels as well. Oh, the castle fire is dealing enough damage against the camels, so they have to disengage or die. But the castle here is being repaired as well. And Overtaken will finish this castle now. But it gets attacked immediately. Before even being up, already had damage dealt to it. The one pikeman here. Killing some wills. Maybe we can come back to it. I'm finding out that we have some hotkeys here. Zoom in, middle zoom, zoom out, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, the trap fight is looking good for Sitaux, even though he was up later. Oh, he's getting frontier guards? that's not the cheaper units, no? I'm not sure. Yeah, even though Sitaux did get the traps out later and is using the castles now not to produce traps but to produce chakram throwers, he could delay the second castle enough to have a better engagement here. But Sitaux also out of stone, has 12 on stone, so there should be enough income soon. But this castle might be down before that. Not enough vills under the castle right now. But Sitaux is getting towards his very strong army composition. Oh, the unique tech! Oh! I don't think it was finished. Ah, okay, it was conscription. Unique tech is in, but conscription was stopped. And Sitaux is getting towards a very strong army composition with chakrams plus camels. Really hard. Really hard for Overtaken to stop that. As he doesn't have Arbalist and doesn't have Bracer. Arps would clear that up, but if we don't have them, Chakram plus Gajara Camels is extremely strong. It's also very gold intensive, but as you can see, that doesn't matter too much if you just can clean up the army of the opponent. I think this fight was even very gold efficient for Sitaux, even though there were a lot of pikemen in there as well. Now the traps will die here to the heavy camel riders. The few pikemen and the cavaliers can't deal with that either. We have 18 versus 44 military in favor of Sitaux. He has also 153 villagers. That could be a little bit too much. He is banking some resources now. Way too much wood. I don't really know why we have 42 vills on wood when we are going for double food plus gold army. But this army composition is strong enough, and the better trap fights in early imp have decided the game in favor of Sitaux. He is 1-0 ahead. And we can take a look at the draft again for going into the next game quite fast. So, Gujaras have won here, and in hindsight, I think Gujaras are a strong pick against the often made Malians pick on this map. And now we will see Migration, the home map of Overtaken. And I think it's pretty clear that Overtaken will play Dravidians there. Sitaux, most likely Italians. Malay also an option, but I prefer Italians. Not with uptimes as fast as the ones of Malay, but just a little bit more solid throughout the games. And I would say we jump into it, and this time I am correct with my Civ prediction. We will see now Migration with Dravidians and Italians. And once again, we go a bit faster through the Dark Age. Overtaken with Dravidians. Maybe the Civ we have seen the most on this map. Just using the plus 200 wood per age up so well. Can get more ships out in the feudal age or the blacksmith earlier, or both. Then it's easier to add a siege workshop or a monastery more on the center island in the castle age, or a TC maybe. But for now, not much happening. We see both players are going for docks out. Overtaken a bit earlier. The dock is also his next house, so he saves a little bit more wood there as well. Still builds the house. I don't know if he just ignored the bonus or if he just wants to be safe with the houses already. Sitaux with his cheaper fishing ships also starts to fish, and both with 2 out right now. Now the third one for both. Fairly even eco. Second dock for Overtaken, and I assume Sitaux will add a second dock as well very soon. Sitaux is up earlier. I think he focused a little bit more on food in the early or in the Dark Age. Now has more builds on wood because he now wants to get up 2 more docks. But Overtaken already has 2 docks more, and both with a lot of fishing ships and also a lot of vills. Overtaken with 26 vills, Sitaux with quote-unquote only 22. I'm pretty sure Sitaux will play a fast castle. He will accept that he loses some fishing ships to the galleys that are queued for Sitaux now in 3 docks. But it takes Sitaux such a long time to get over here around this island. You can see the ships are here now, and it takes some time for them to get here. Overtaken will be up to the feudal age before they arrive. Can queue fire galleys now. That's the name of the feudal age unit. To defend this. And even a 4th dock here. Fishing ships have collected a lot of resources already. We have Castle Age, and Overtaken might lose 1 or 2 fishing ships, but that is fine for him. He gets a 4th dock up. Sitaux, quote-unquote, still on only 3. And fire ship defense is working well, but Sitaux also clicked up to the Castle Age already. Cheaper uptimes for Italians are helping out here. Overtaken with 2 workers more. He has more fishing ships, 4 fishing ships more, but 2 villagers less. Will be balanced out, the villager count, when Overtaken now reaches the Castle Age, and the transport ship here will then transport some villagers over to the middle, and Overtaken gets the war galley upgrade, but no fletching or bracer yet. Not needed for fire galleys, but he won't really go for galleys, the war galleys now. This fight not really good for Overtaken, but right now that is fine, and Overtaken is sending vills to the middle. 3 vills and a scout. I don't like that he's going for the edge of the island here. But he's building another dock here. Wants to use more fishing ships apparently, or use them a bit better. We get war galley and gill nets for Sitaux. Both are cheaper for Italians. And the galleys going through here, taking a lot of damage from all those fire ships now. Dying fast. All the upgrades come in. And fire ships for Sitaux are coming forward as well. And Sitaux is on the center island as well with 4 vills, wants to build ATC. Overtaken knows about this now. And there is a monastery for Overtaken. Dravidians far from bad with monastery and siege workshop. I could imagine Overtaken goes for a fight on water, tries to get water control, and tries to fight back Sitaux without establishing himself too much on the center island, and rather investing the resources into barracks. Okay, spearmen are okay, I think. I would have rather seen a siege workshop for Overtaken first, but he can build that now as well. Where are the other vills? There's the scout. There were 3 vills. These 2 are fishing here, getting resources. And there is the siege workshop. Monk is out, wants to get the relic here. The scout could kill the first monk. Is not doing it. Sitaux not noticing it. Oh. Ouch! Overtaken without loom. I think that is needed as soon as we are going over to the other island. And now the spearman will kill the scout. Sitaux without any military presence on the center island. And he's also losing water control right now. A good demo hit wasn't taken here. He could have gotten a hit against 3 fishing ships, fire ships in. But there are more demos now. They can get good engagements. That was a good one. And therefore turn around the battle against the fire ships of Overtaken. But a demo of Overtaken as well. And if he can attack the 2 demos here, or just get in here into this clumped up fish, I can't speak anymore. After those good demo hits, finally Loom for Overtaken is coming. And also Mangonel and more monks. And now he gets a TC up here. Sitaux with 2 monasteries. I would like to see Redemption and Atonement from him. He knows that there's a Siege Workshop, Monastery and Barracks coming. And... oh, that wasn't a good fight, I think. At least not if Sitaux gets his fire ships repaired. Stable now as well for Overtaken. Not the best building for the Dravidians, but to have some scouts against monks is always nice. And we're getting Sanctity first. Definitely not a bad decision. Doesn't really help against the Mangonel right now. Bills could fight that maybe, but Monk and Spearman also could make it hard for Sitaux to run forward with Wills here. And the second Mangonel for Overtaken. Oh, we have seen Atonement for a moment there on the side of Sitaux, but he rather goes for Redemption now. Both very useful upgrades in this situation. Redemption makes him able to convert Mangonels and other siege units and some buildings. Atonement makes him convert monks. So if he gets Redemption plus Atonement, he can convert basically everything that Overtaken has. Except for the TC, and scouts are also hard to convert. But we now have 3 Mangonels here. Oh, and 2 monks with Sanctity, so they can survive 1 hit, unlike the Mangonels of... the monks of Overtaken. And now Sitaux has 1 Mangonel, killed 2 monks, 2 Mangonels, and can maybe defend against this Mangonel as well. Second TC in the Center Island for Overtaken. And a defensive castle for Sitaux to secure his position here. A bit unlucky for Overtaken that he didn't get his Mangonel away. Or was it bad micro? Maybe both. And Lycav can delay the castle here. Could be converted. And the siege of Overtaken can't really engage here against the monks. And it looks like Sitaux can secure the Center Island positioning of himself. He is able to go for the castle here soon, and I don't understand this elephant. We have seen so many monks from Sitaux already. By the way, is pretty safe in his waters again. And... are we on the way to Imp? No, okay. After he used the market, I thought he had Imp queued, but no. Overtaken prepares another attack. While Sitaux is converting to Light Cav and only losing 1 monk. Trade that he is probably happy to take. Defensive castle here for Overtaken as well, to defend his second TC on the Center Island. He's moving in now again with those fire ships. I'm always mixing up fire ships and fire galleys. Oh, that is an aggressive castle. Is that already a get out of my game castle? Why are we retreating? Okay, I think Sitaux is moving to this corner so that less wills are attacked by the TC. Overtaken leaves his TC alone, leaves it to die. And monks are converting a will here. Sitaux also pushes Overtaken back in the waters. New TC here as this castle goes up, kills the TC soon. And I think Overtaken has to delete the siege workshop. don't really want to give it to your opponent. More wills are converted. Sitaux is getting similar will count as Overtaken, but Overtaken is up on the way to the Imperial Age. Sitaux very far away from it. If we're taking a look at the food count, where are we getting imp tagged? Okay, not here, so in the right TC to do that. Sitaux now with quite a lot of map control, and I think if he can survive the first traps, he should be in a good spot. Maybe someone can explain to me why Overtaken went for one elephant. I can only explain it as a misclick. And are we getting more? Oh, Overtaken deletes all those wills. And the transport ship might get converted as well. No, can flee. Another attempt from Overtaken to kill the docks and ships of Sitaux here. Is doing fine there. But Sitaux expands a little bit here. Sends his fishing ships over. And Overtaken with a second castle. And is getting all the upgrades needed for skirmishes. Skirmishes are good against what we see here. Genoese crossbow, solid. Against spearmen, solid. I'd say great. Honestly, they are great against spearmen and against Genoese. And they are solid against monks. Sitaux clicks up to the Imperial Age as well, but will have to survive those 3 minutes with the tech disadvantage. Ooh, Sitaux denied this castle here. Completely missed that, and he doesn't even have fletching, while Overtaken is already getting bracer for his skirms. So these skirms should be very good against the higher numbers of Genoese crossbow here. But there are not enough skirms yet to fight against the monks. And this castle here might not go up. And now the monks try to convert the elephant that got deleted by Overtaken. Okay, skirms can defend here, and the castle is up. Killing one Genoese and no spearmen. And another TC comes. And here we can see the first trap. Maybe in range of the mangonel, if the mangonel is here, right on the edge of the castle range. We will see that soon, I think. The monastery with the one relic could go down now. Yeah, as expected. Mangonel can attack the trap. Trap has to move back. Villagers are taking damage from the mangonel. I think there were some skirmishers converted. More monks are coming to convert skirmishes. Then Overtaken has to retreat. Ballistics is coming in only now. Will we see bombard cannons as well at the moment? Overtaken not with the needed wood and gold. He has only these 2 golds here under his control. And oh, think that was a wasted demo, but a nice one anyways. Yeah, the skirm triggered the demos. One skirm costs way less than the demo, and this one was a waste. Fast fire ship will turn everything around on water for Sitaux. Even though Sitaux, he took over water. Completely missed that while taking a look at the center island. There are still ships in this corner, but now fast fire ships in 15 seconds will kill that as well. And condos are great against those skirmishers. Bombard cannons can come soon. We get block printing, and then the monks won't die as easily to the skirms as we see it here. But right now the traps are moving forward. Very even eco. Both with a bit over 90 workers. Pavis. Sitaux will profit from that against the skirms quite a lot. Second defense upgrade coming in as well, and yeah, with Pavis and all the defense upgrades, condos are really, really good against skirms. Just getting one more defense upgrade is really strong, and well, skirm plus hand cannoneers is not an army composition against Italians. Those condos deal bonus damage to gunpowder units and therefore kill the hand cannoneers really, really fast, even faster than they are dying to them because of the bonus damage of hand cannoneers against infantry. But Sitaux has to get to proper numbers first. Now we get bombard cannons for Sitaux as well. He never really got onto traps. Oh, but this bomber cannon could die immediately to the skirmishers. Really not great for Sitaux right now, and he isn't really getting onto condo numbers either. Loses some wills here. There's another bomber cannon. There's one as well. Right now, Overtaken has the army lead on land, I think, but if he takes one big bombard cannon hit too much, those condos can run in and kill quite a lot, especially after some conversions. Oh, that bomber cannon hit was a bit too hard against the condos, but yeah, now skirms are dying. Sitaux should kill everything off Overtaken now. He also has control on the water. He has still some fishing ships, but they will be killed by the fast fire ship now. The push of Overtaken is stopped now, and more condos are coming in. Bombard cannons can go for the castle now. I think this is looking good for Sitaux. He just has the better army in Imp, I think. Stable units not really an option for Dravidians. Maybe Elephant Archers could be an option. But we also have the option to go for some Genoese crossbow. Oh, the trap killed one of the bombard cannons here. Yeah, against Genoese crossbows plus condo, the Elephant Archers shouldn't be good. Sitaux keeps expanding here now that he saved himself. Too few condos were sent under the castle to kill the traps. And I think we still can't fight with so little numbers. Overtaken switches into Arbalesters now. He has quite a lot of resources available to him in the back. Another bombard cannon dies to the traps. That is not great by Sitaux. Monk dies to the traps as well. And Sitaux is selling food. Gets careening, wants to upgrade his ships even more, even though I think he is in a very good spot in water. Doesn't need to invest too much anymore. Okay, has quote-unquote only 8 fast fire ships. But they are all around the map. Could go for the last corner here and kill the last docks, and I think that is what is happening right now. So the fight on land should be the more important thing. We are getting Arbalester for Overtaken, has already Bracer, and I think we have chemistry as well. Yes, the arrows are burning. Against Arbalester plus hand cannoneer, condos are struggling, especially because we are once again going in with only small numbers. Sadly, I'm a bit tired. Oh, nice condo rate here. Against the gold. The one unique unit here for Overtaken died. We're getting Thumb Ring. So ARPs will be close to fully upgraded. Defense upgrades are missing. But if we don't let the opponent come close to us, then that doesn't matter. Sitaux always struggling to get onto condo numbers. That hurts him a lot right now. The traps of Overtaken with a lot of targets to attack. This one shooting over 2 wood lines to kill the converted siege workshop that once was Overtaken's. Can the bombard cannon of Sitaux get some good hits in? Nope, it just gets hit. Not the greatest fight that Sitaux is taking in this game. He has control over water and is raiding with condotieros on the center, on the starting island of Sitaux. Now of Overtaken. Why am I mixing things up like this? Town center is cleaning this up right now. A lot of idle time for Overtaken and a lot of will losses in the corner here. This is what map control gives you. You can send over military onto the island of the opponent. But at the same time, Overtaken is pushing on the center island. The castles of Sitaux are down. The relics are not in the monastery anymore. And Sitaux not with the greatest food card. Ah, okay, because he has so many units in the queue. That is okay. But Overtaken also with a full queue of ARPs. I would like to see a 4th archery range. He has 17 in the queue in 3 archery ranges right now. But only 10 on wood. Ah, because he got raided here. That costed him a lot of wood that he could have gotten. This castle is great for Overtaken. Can kill a lot of wills here. Condos, once again, not with the greatest fight. KD is slight bit better for Sitaux. And the question could be, what is better? Have control over both starting islands and the water, or have control over the center island? I think it is the center island. This TC won't go up, ups, and the Urumi are around. This castle is harassing the TC here. These wills want to get another castle up, therefore going for gold, but might not be successful. I love these walls from Overtaken to protect his traps, to force the the condos around. And therefore they have to take way more hits from the ARPs before they can deal any damage. Oh, this tower feels desperate. Does it even have more range than an ARP? 9 versus 8. Okay, it has more range than an ARP. It's something. Yeah, the traps of Overtaken here in a great spot. Sitaux tries to do something with the group of condos he's getting now. Another tower here, but that will die fast if the traps are moving forward. I think Overtaken will use these traps right now Oh, and the condos are in, but I think they are not enough. Sitaux resigns. When he got his first big group of condos, I thought he could win this. Then he never really got on to numbers. And therefore, Overtaken won the center island, and that is a death sentence for the opponent, even though Sitaux had the area around it, the water, and even could get a good raid on this island. Even has condos there right now, but I think we are at a point where the starting island just doesn't matter anymore. And that means we're taking at the draft right now. Overtaken and Sitaux 1-1, and Italians have lost against the Dravidians. Dravidians once again showing why they are picked very often on this map. No, that's not a new haircut. That is the old one, just shorter. So yeah, I didn't stream on Sunday because I got a new haircut for free at the house of my parents-in-law, because their neighbor is cutting their hairs in the kitchen and always coming over for and does it for so little money that I don't have to pay anything. Very handsome, so are you. I imagine I have never seen you so. But thank you. Graveyards, the third map now. And I think we will see Chinese versus basically any Civ of Overtaken. I would like to see Mayans, but let's see. And Chinese was correct, but Mayans won't be seen in this match. We will see the Khmer for Overtaken. Oh, and this is a very short distance. Sitaux with Chinese as expected. Overtaken goes for the Khmer. And let's see how the game is playing out. And fast forward a bit through the Dark Age. Overtaken gets his sheeps in, scouts a lot, goes for boar, just the usual. Okay, Chinese start. That's why we only now see the houses for Sitaux. Gets the boar, not ideal. The vills here have to run to the TC. If we wouldn't be on 4 times speed, they would walk there. Maybe next ball a bit early. Ah, no, not really. Not that early. And Overtaken is up. He goes up with only 16 vills. Pop 17. And Sitaux already had more vills than he has. And now will increase that difference. Therefore, a lot more resources for Sitaux, but Overtaken might get some damage done with that early feudal age timing. He also doesn't need a barracks, so he can get a stable up fast. And that's an excellent war for me. I wouldn't call it excellent for me, but just fine. Absolutely fine. I have done worse. I think I'm one of the best ball lures on my elo. It's just like saying I'm one of the best mathematicians in the kindergarten. Let's say elementary school. That is a very ballsy scout here from Sitaux. And Overtaken saw that Sitaux can outmicro the TC. And decides that it is not worth it to get the idle time on the vills in the TC. I am the tallest little person. To be honest, I'm not that small. So I'm definitely the tallest little person. And we see a archer range for Overtaken. Not the stable. Has wills on gold already and should have enough on wood as well. But the scout of Sitaux sees that, and Sitaux can now react. Is going for an archer range himself. Knows that he has the stronger eco. Has 21 versus 19 wills. And if he just makes a little bit of skirms, I think he should be fine. Sorry, Lonesome Rider, no height shaming. Also, small people are great. Even though Voin is really huge as well. Not only his feet. Wills are fighting against the archer now. But the first skirm is coming. Should be able to deal with the archer. Scout will have problems with the spearman. And scout for Sitaux is also coming back. And it's not looking too great for the archers of Overtaken. Also not too bad. Okay, one is dead. It's looking very grim for this guy here. He doesn't have the time of his life. Topic change to Voin's feet got me. Yeah, I'm always ready to make a clown joke about Voin. Yeah, skirm defense working really well for Sitaux. Now Overtaken has fletching in, something Sitaux can't get yet. Because he doesn't have a blacksmith, if I see that correctly. I want to try something. If I click here now. I can use my hotkey. Get to the blacksmith. Also to the archer range. That's not my usual hotkey, sadly. I won't be able to remember the hotkey for the archer range. And stable for Overtaken. That can be dangerous for a player that is going for basically only skirms right now. Ooh, he's queuing more spearmen. Has 2 already on the field. I would say archer plus scout is the better combo than skirm plus spearman. But skirm plus spearman should be capable of defending. And spearman out of position here. Scout gets some damage in against the skirms, but it's fine. Sitaux also with 2 wills more all the time. And the cheaper unit. So I think if he gets not out microed, then he should be fine here. Skirms are now 9 versus only 6 archers and 3 scouts. We have only the attack upgrade for the archers of Sitaux yet. And finally fletching is coming in for Sitaux as well. And I think I like the engagements that Sitaux is taking here. Not 100% sure, to be honest. Those wills are in a dangerous spot right now. The skirms of Sitaux not with the best engagement here. But Overtaken not really getting onto archer numbers to get the spearmen down. Not really getting onto scout numbers to get the skirms down. And Sitaux with more than double the military count than Overtaken. And both are still quite far away from the castle age, but Sitaux only with 8 on food. I think we need more here. He has the wood for 5 more farms, and that is something that I would like. Both players without the farm upgrade, though. Could be a priority. Sitaux is getting it. And yeah, he is going for more farms now. And Sitaux is also scaring away the scouts here and overtaken with only 4 military right now. He knows that his opponent can't really do much. He's getting the scale barding armor. Is he going for an all-in in the feudal age? He's already far behind in military numbers. I don't like that. And against Spearmen, it doesn't matter if you have the defense upgrade or not, right? Bonus damage should be too huge. Skirms here with only those 4 with 8 kills. By the way, not a single villager kill yet, only army. And therefore Sitaux still 2 vills ahead. Both players with basically no idle TC time. The 22 seconds from Sitaux are from the Chinese start. So not something we can blame him for. It is just how Chinese work. And only 22 seconds is a great job by him. And all the time having 2 vills more. Let's check the resources collected. Translated to 700 resources more. So very, very good eco for Sitaux, and forces a tower here from Overtaken. I think that is good for Sitaux. Overtaken won't have this. Oh, and there are so many archers now that he can get some will kills. The scouts can't engage against all the spearmen. Archers can camp under the tower now. The spearmen are going against the tower. Okay, some archers are dying here. We do have bonus damage against buildings, right? Yeah, 1. Not that much. Wills try to fight here. Archers can stop the repairing a bit. I think this is a great position for Sitaux, but Overtaken on the way to the castle age. We now have a 9 villager lead. Sitaux is buying himself up to the castle age as well. Maybe felt that his opponent is up. Maybe just felt that he can't deal too much damage now against the tower. But Sitaux in a great spot here. He basically has to survive the time where Overtaken is in the castle age before him. And if he gets some camels out, if Overtaken keeps producing scouts here, and the extra stable tells me he wants to do that, and then switches into knights, and we can counter that with camels from the second stable for Sitaux. He's also getting bloodline, something Overtaken doesn't have yet. And yeah, also the defense upgrade. Overtaken will have the attack upgrade from feudal age. And soon both players are going for a lot of camels versus knights, and Sitaux will be ahead. Sitaux also is able to build a extra TC. Has towers up here that can help him to defend against the scouts. Against knights, the towers are not that great. They're not connected. But they can help out a bit. And camels will most likely be the unit for Sitaux in the early castle age. We see knights now and a monk for Overtaken. But we also see him running into the base of Sitaux. Gets shot by the tower TC without any wills in it. Second tower here. And scouts plus pikemen or spearmen for now should be able to defend here. Sitaux also in the castle age. Now he is able to add another TC and is doing so. Is adding knights as well. I think that is okay, but I would have preferred some camels. There we go. And we get a third TC for Sitaux, while the second TC for Overtaken is coming. That will be scouted by the spearmen. And do we get a monastery for Sitaux maybe? Don't see one yet. With 11 relics on the map, you don't really want to give them all to your opponent, as that is a huge boost for the eco. Oh, really good engagement here for Sitaux with all the cavalry against the builds that wanted to go for the extra TC. The scouts are taking care of the monk, the knights are taking care of the skirmishers. And Overtaken won't get the TC up in the nearest future. Now we'll lose more vills before he gets it up. He will get it, but the cost is a bit too high, probably. And there's the monastery for Sitaux. And camels, scouts, and knights are solid against knights and scouts. Especially the camels are a unit I really like here. I would also like to get some castle age upgrades from both players. Both with the feudal age upgrades from the blacksmith. And therefore even, but either player could improve their position with an upgrade. Especially Overtaken has the resources for it. But also is not queuing any military right now, except for one monk. That also means that Sitaux is pulling ahead in military numbers, not only villages. There is a little raiding force coming to the towered area. And why don't you say hi? Why are you saying hi? And hi to you as well. I'm a little bit sorry about all the jokes I will make about your name, but I think you could have seen that coming. The wolf here is at the moment doing more damage to Sitaux than the army of Overtaken that will be fought back here by camels and light cav. And Overtaken goes for 30C, is 16 vills behind. And 1,000 points are behind, 10 military behind. Is also housed. 69 pop, nice. A very much intentional name. Yeah, I assumed that. If I thought you didn't want people to make those type of jokes, I wouldn't have made them. Maybe I would have made them. I'm sometimes bad at not making jokes. Sitau's position feels good here. I think it feels great. And I think we just need maybe a bit of siege. Light cav could go in now, I think, against the monks. Camel conversion here, but 2 more are coming. So, Sitaux basically lost only 1 in comparison to the moment before that. Now the monks are dead, except for 1 here conversion somewhere. No, it died. And yeah, Sitaux has map control. Sitaux has eco lead. Sitaux has everything. Why are we going for men-at-arms? Against camels? Men-at-arms won't stop light cav raids. Men-at-arms won't stop camels. Am I missing something? Did he click it by accident and wanted to go for pikemen? He's queuing spearmen. But only in 1 barracks, and that's the one where pikemen is also being researched. This one. Okay, now we get pikemen there as well. Husbandry for Sitaux, really useful. And Sitaux is collecting more and more relics. Has 1 here, 2 here, so 3 in total. Against 0 for Overtaken. As I said, 11 relics here, worth something like 15 to 20 villagers worth of gold collection. If Sitaux can get a big portion of that, he can increase his eco lead even further. He is at 23 vills lead right now. Overtaken with 40 Cs at the moment. So he will catch up, but he won't match the imp time of Sitaux. And I think if Overtaken sees the castle, and he does see it. Hello? This button isn't working. Okay, now it works again. If he sees the castle and imp is coming in, then we will see the GG in 2 minutes 20 of game time. Sitaux won't take a fight right now, he just waits for his traps. Therefore I will fast forward now a bit. Because I think game will be over in a moment. And not much will happen before that. Okay, Sitaux loses one light cav. There's some spearmen fighting a will. Oh, another castle, very aggressive. And Overtaken can't do anything against it. TC will go down soon, and there is the GG. Right when the imp timing hits, Sitaux wins the third game. And wins the set 3-1 with a very, very solid Chinese game here on Graveyards. I will cross everything out now. And Chinese win against Khmer. No, that's not a win. That's a loss. So this was Sitaux versus Overtaken.